Hey everyone, welcome back to Car Flash at the garage, where badge hype gets thrown in the glove box, spec sheet worship gets left at the dealership, and what we're left with is just real deal, unfiltered road truth. If you're new here, this is your pit stop for honest reviews that put the brochures aside and the boots on the pedals. Today, we're diving into a truck that's always done things its own way, out of 2026 Honda Ridgeline. Exterior. Now, if you've been around the truck scene for a while, you know the Ridgeline has always been the odd one out. Unibody construction instead of body-on-frame, independent rear suspension when others stick to leaf springs, and comfort that's more crossover than contractor. But guess what? The 2026 Ridgeline leans even further into its rebel DNA. Honda didn't chase the full-size crowd, they sharpened what made the Ridgeline unique and doubled down on refinement, capability, and daily usability. Let's start with the design, because Honda finally gave this thing some proper presence. Up front, the 2026 Ridgeline gets a whole new face. And no, it's not just a grille swap. The nose is more upright, squared off, and assertive. There's a bold new mesh grille design, LED projector headlights that actually look modern now, and a redesigned bumper that adds a bit of rugged sophistication. Honda's calling it urban tough, but honestly, it finally looks like it belongs in the truck conversation. From the side, the silhouette hasn't changed drastically. You still get the familiar four-door layout, short bed, and sloping hood, but subtle tweaks make it feel more muscular. New fender flares, updated wheels ranging from 18 to 20 inches depending on the trim, and blacked-out trim on the Trailsport and Black Edition models all help it look a little more serious. And yep, the signature hidden bed trunk is still there, one of the smartest cargo features in the game. Out back, Honda cleaned things up. The taillights are sharper and more squared off, matching the front-end styling. The rear bumper is chunkier, and you still get that dual-action tailgate that can swing open like a door or drop down traditionally. There's now an optional in-bed audio system on more trims, which is a win for tailgaters and campers. And Honda beefed up the bed lighting for nighttime use. Practical stuff, done smartly. Interior. Slide inside, and the Ridgeline's interior is where it takes a clear lead over a lot of mid-sized trucks. This is where that crossover DNA pays off. The cabin feels tight, well assembled, and way more refined than you'd expect from a pickup. For 2026, Honda upgraded the materials across the board. Soft touch dash, stitched trim, better plastics, and even ambient lighting on higher trims. The seats, all-day comfortable, with excellent bolstering and plenty of adjustability. And on the Trailsport, you get water-resistant upholstery that's both functional and durable. Perfect if your weekend plans involve mud, dogs, or both. Tech gets a real bump this year. A new 12.3-inch digital instrument cluster is now standard, and it's paired with a crisp 12.9-inch infotainment screen that finally supports wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. The system itself, snappy, easy to navigate, and they finally ain't not looking like it came from a 2015 Civic. Honda also threw in physical climate controls. Thank goodness. No digging through touch menus to adjust the AC. Rear passengers get air vents, 2 USB-C ports, and surprisingly good legroom for this segment. Storage is clever, with a deep center console and those signature flip-up rear seats that let you stash gear like a gym bag, toolboxes, or even a bicycle underneath. Now let's talk performance, because while it's not trying to be a Baja beast, the Ridgeline absolutely nails the everyday truck formula. Under the hood, you've still got Honda's tried-and-true 3.5-liter V6, but it's been slightly retuned for better low-end torque. Output is now at 285 horsepower and 262 pound-feet of torque. Not mind-blowing numbers, but more than enough for the Ridgeline's mission. The 10-speed automatic transmission is smooth and smart, always picking the right gear without hunting. 0 to 60 happens in the mid-6-second range, which is quick for this class. It's quiet, responsive, and doesn't sound like a tractor when you put your foot down. But where the Ridgeline really separates itself is the ride. Because of that unibody platform and independent rear suspension, it drives more like a crossover than a truck. Whether you're cruising over broken city pavement, highway miles, or gravel back roads, It stays composed and comfortable. Body roll is minimal, steering is direct, and even with the off-road-oriented Trailsport trim which adds all-terrain tires and a slightly raised ride height, the truck feels easy to place in tight spaces. It's one of the easiest trucks to daily drive, hands down. Off-road? Sure, the Ridgeline isn't going to follow a Tacoma TRD Pro into rock-crawling territory. But with the Trailsport package, you get real improvements: revised suspension tuning, increased ground clearance, skid plates, and a more aggressive AWD system with updated software that reacts quicker to traction laws. For weekend warriors or folks who just need to navigate a muddy trail or snow-packed road, it's more than capable. Towing capacity is rated at 5,000 pounds, not class-leading, but enough for most small boats, campers, or utility trailers. Payload tops out at just under 1,600 pounds, which again puts it right in the heart of the midsize class. And fuel economy, hand estimates around 20 miles per gallon city, 26 miles per gallon highway, slightly better than most body-on-frame rivals thanks to its lighter architecture. So what does it cost to get into the 2026 Ridgeline? Base pricing starts around $41,000 for the sport trim, and climbs to just under $51,000 for the fully loaded Black Edition. That includes all the goodies: heated and ventilated front seats, navigation, upgraded audio, wireless charging, and a full suite of Honda sensing safety tech: lane keep assist, adaptive cruise, blind spot monitoring, the works. The Trailsport lands somewhere in the middle, around $46,000, and is probably the sweet spot if you want a good balance of comfort and capability. And here's the thing: while that might sound pricey at first glance, when you look at what you're getting, a crew cab layout, standard AWD, excellent tech, and real-world comfort, the Ridgeline starts making a lot of sense. It's not pretending to be a farm truck or a desert toy. It's built for the 90% of people who need a truck for everyday life, not extreme scenarios, groceries, home projects, weekend getaways, light towing. This thing makes all of it easy. So what's the final word? The 2026 Honda Ridgeline doesn't care about fitting into the traditional truck mold, and that's its biggest strength. It's smarter, smoother, and more livable than most midsize pickups, and it's finely styled in a way that doesn't make you apologize for owning one. If you need a truck but live in the real world, not on a ranch or a trailhead, the Ridgeline should be at the top of your list. That's it for today's deep dive. If this review helped cut through the noise, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and drop a comment below if you'd take this over a Tacoma or Ranger. And as always, thanks for riding along with Car Flash, where the road tells the story, and the specs take a backseat. Catch you in the next one.